and welcome back to Jimmy's World. My name is Jimmy, and this is my world. Pretty cool. Today, we are gonna be back on the 310. We're gonna see if we can't get some gear action swinging. I'm gonna get hosed. We gotta take all that stuff off and get it sent out so we can get new stuff so we can start getting things back on it. So welcome, join us, and continue the legacy that is the 310. Today is the day you've all been waiting for. That's right. It is officially the day I go bankrupt. Yep, I am going to go get some parts for a couple of airplanes, and that should do the trick. We got to get the prop off of the Sierra, and then I got to go make some calls and find the carburetors for that 310. Save the 310, get your merchandise below. This is going to be a really expensive day. That's why I'm driving the minivan, because I've just given up at this point. I mean, why not? I'm a man in a minivan. I've got nothing left to live for. First step, floppy hat. It's really windy, so we need to put our seatbelt on. There we go. Yank that thing off, get it in the minivan, and then head down the road. Look at that. So what I'm thinking is happening is, it's dirty, that's what's happening. I looked this propeller up last night and it just said obsolete, which means in propeller shop terms, I get to buy a new prop. That's what my gut's telling me is gonna happen. We're gonna take this off, take it down there to them and see what they say, but I'm kind of guessing they're gonna say you're gonna need to buy a new prop. We've got an Exxon Valdez happening here. There's a ton of oil coming out of this. There's some that was supposed to come out, but it hasn't stopped yet. It is pouring everywhere. God, everywhere. I don't have anything to wipe my hands now. That was my rag. That is ridiculous. Keep stuff from getting up in there. All right, they run about 6,500 to 7,500 to overhaul one of them. Unless you have orange diaphragms. If you have orange diaphragms in yours, we might get away with being able to reuse some of your diaphragms. Woo! All right, my friend. Well, thank you so much, and appreciate it. Thanks. Bye. Ow! So here we go. This is what is. My head is kind of scrambling with the noodle here. So that guy's saying 6,500 bucks each on those carburetors. So that's how much is that? $13,000. Or I've been able to find them used on eBay for like 200 bucks with that part number that he was talking about with the orange diaphragms, the dash 4s. So you know what I'm gonna do? eBay, here I come. Yeah, that's happening. Gonna stop and see these fellers over here at Aircraft Propeller Works. Do a pretty good job. They own a couple of shops in Florida. All right, what's your bet for they tell us that we just have to buy a new prop? How much is that prop in the window? That's what I want you to know. My guess is gonna be $7,500 is what the cost of the prop is gonna be. Okay, here we go. Morning. Yeah, I've got to drop off a little spinner blade for you. Yeah, I told him he'd be here in about 30 minutes. Want me to go check with him? Yeah, if you would. Here we go. Morning. Hey, how are you? Doing all right. Got that prop back there. Just the one prop, okay. But I've got two governors for you. Okay. Those came off the 310. All right. Whew. It's January 3rd and it's almost like I have to wear a long sleeve shirt. This is ridiculous. We'll see if he can't hunt down a spinner for us as well. Yeah! What's going on? Jimmy's World. That's right. How you doing? Pretty good. So these will be the
This guy told me I got them.
Okay, yeah.
He's the fan.
So these are the governors off of that 310. So we're gonna see, just check them, see if they actually govern.
Cool beans.
How's it going?
Going good. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, Jimmy.
I saw your YouTube videos. I just recently started watching them a few weeks back.
Oh, there you go.
I just watched your 310 video this morning, the new one.
Oh, nice. So these are the governors off of that plane. And as you saw in the video, it's just because they're old. 1982 was the last time these were anything done to it.
That's crazy.
The guy took it on a test flight in 1984 and never flew it again. Just put it in the hangar, or his barn, and then of course, if you saw the video starting it up, that's the first time in 37 years that plane was outside.
That's crazy. That's so cool.
So these are the governors. We just want to make sure they're good, and we got to get the plane done for Sun and Fun by April 4th. So we're having an all hands, everybody I can find to help.
These back in a week.
Yeah.
The prop is going to be the issue.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
It always is.
We're not going to have any answers on anything until tomorrow when Stan gets in.
That's fine.
He's the main McCully guy. Being that it is obsolete, it's to a point obsolete where we might not even take a wrench to it.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Would you be able to bench check it though?
Yes, we can absolutely. We just may not be able to take it apart.
Okay.
Because it might not go back together.
It might be a wall hanger.
Yeah. And if there's if the bench check, if we flush it, bench check it, whatever the case is, maybe that gets you the RPMs and
the guys
$1 a day, and there you go.
The guy said that it did before we had to put that engine on it, and then as soon as we put the engine on, 25-30, and that's all she would do.
We'll have Stan give you a call tomorrow to discuss exactly all the technical that you were having the issues with.
Okay,
whatever was done.
Yeah.
He's the man to speak to on that, one way or the other.
Okay, and what about getting a price for a new prop if we have to jump
let him
that
handle
one?
it, because that'll be a core trade. We'll have him do all the pricing with your core trade, so forth, so on. If you did want to keep it for a wall mount, that's on you. But we could give you something for it based on internals, the blades, so forth, so on.
Okay, ready?
Good to go.
All right, roger that. Roger that.
Got it. We're good to go, and I will. I'll get this in just after lunch. I'll get an email over to you with all the numbers, everything on the pickups.
Roger that. Sweet.
Separate.
I don't have any saved to 310 stickers with me. I have to bring those back. All right, we're good to go?
Yes, sir.
Awesome, thanks. All right, you guys, good to meet you. Thanks so much. Even he was afraid to give me a price. Oh, shoot. I printed off something and I forgot it at home. Morning. What's going on? Happy New Year's. On this episode of Name That Price, we have a check valve that goes in a Continental engine. What do you think the price is going to be? I'll give you a minute. Put your guess in below. You're wrong. $994.21. That's crazy. Quick, where did you get this? Right there. We are making sure next to $1.10. That's better. I like that. That little Sierra has some mighty expensive hardware. You remember that bolt that I had to buy for the cable? $180? Well, that was just a warm-up. The little cover, it's a plug that goes to the hydraulic reservoir, and all it does is keep the hydraulic fluid from splashing out. That's it. I did find it. I've been looking for it, trying to find it. I couldn't find a part number or anything for it. Well, I finally found one back there in the store. They actually had one on the shelf, and yeah, I was shocked because it was $200 for a little plug this big. That's just on a whole nother level. That is some, I don't get it. I just don't get it for something like that. I really don't. As Jimmy World would do, yeah, I'm gonna see if I can't find that bolt in a different, somewhere else that doesn't have Beechcraft on it or something like that. Because I found out the other bolt that I did buy, they make those bolts for other things like Cessna, and that same bolt I could have bought for 30 bucks, and it's the exact same thing. So I'm gonna I found it, I took some pictures of it, took some measurements, and I'm just gonna see if I can't find that little plug for a lot cheaper than $200, because it's just the principle of the thing at this point. I mean, really? There's my rant. Does it mention if the carbs were redone at that time, or?
That's what I'm gonna look. I'm looking at the other one, see if he did. And he did the other one in '93.
And that's the engine rebuilds, right?
Yeah, if it was a shop that did it, then they are bound. They have to overhaul carburetors.
Well, let's hope he can come through with those, and we'll stick them pressure carbs on there. And I mean, the fuel pumps, mine work, so I don't need those as much. The harness, if he's, you know, really reasonable on that, then I'll buy that. The other parts, if we can work out a deal, we can work out a deal. That could be a huge lifesaver. What happened is there was a 56 model, same engine, same everything. It fell off of a jack stand, and the jack went all the way through the wing, and the insurance totaled the whole airplane out. Like I said, because they're not worth anything. So he's parting it out, he's stripping everything out of it, and he does have the carburetors that have the diaphragms in it that I need. If I'll get them and look at them, and they might still need to get sent off to get rebuilt, I don't know, but shoot, if nothing else, we might just throw those things on there. And that could save me thousands and thousands of dollars right there. That would be fantastic. Fingers crossed. First step when working on Mighty Mouse, gloves. And if you go inside that thing right now, you're definitely wearing a respirator, mask, everything, because it's still got filled with stuff. But that's gonna change very soon, because yes, finally, we're gonna have a cleaning party and get a bunch of us out here to clean this girl up. So she's gonna be all pretty. Yes, look what I just found. You gotta see this. Look at that. Our missing nuts and washers. I don't know if that's all of them, but that is a big chunk of them. Now they're supposed to go on this side over here, back on those over on that side to attach on those right there. Sweet. We're finding stuff. So what does it take to attach this landing gear on this plane? Yep, one bolt right there. That's it. That little rod, this little rod right here goes in there, and that's it. Now this little rod here, this little rod went to the market. It connects to the door, which goes on here, but we don't need that connected to test the gear. Just that one bolt right there. Doesn't that make you feel safe? On this episode of Find That Bolt, we have to look through unlabeled bags, and well, mostly unlabeled. This one was kind of labeled, tail cone area of the 310. And yeah, the other thing is there's two project planes that got taken apart at the same time. So now I got to figure out if those bolts went to this plane or that plane, and then figure out if the bolts went to this area or that area. So we'll be back after these messages when I dig through all these bolts to find one. Yes. Hi, Jimmy Webb here with My Pillow. Don't you hate when you wake up in the morning and your neck is hurting? Me too. Well, not anymore. After I got my Pillow, I've never had a better night's sleep in my life. Don't you hate it also when you get towels and they feel lotiony and slimy? Well, no more, because now there's My Towels. Go to mypillow.com, enter the code Jimmy'sWorld to get your discount today and help save the 310. mypillows.com, Jimmy's World. Hey, look. Well, besides the mouse poops, found some more of my washers I was missing. Nice. Bonus. I also found a bolt, not the right bolt, but a bolt that will go up in here and at least hold it in there so we can test it. And as you can see, these joints, just like the old man that I am, they're kind of stiff. So, gonna get this bolt in there. Yeah, like get this bolt in there, like I said. Okay, well, we'll do that. Then we're gonna take this penetrating oil and just spray the snot spray everything just to loosen it all up. This is not the right lubricant, so don't do this for permanent, but man, just to get everything loosened up here a little bit. Every place, even over here, you can't see that, it's dark. The first step that we gotta do is to finally get rid of some of those old nasty mouse blankets. Ah, this is so gross. Oh, that's gross. There's mouse stuff falling off of it. Gross. Mighty Mouse, here I come to ruin your day. Now mind you, those of you old enough, these are Smurf sheets. I'm pretty confident they were brand new in 1984 when they were put on here. Oh, that's gross. Maybe we can sell those on eBay as vintage. Oh, there's more. Ooh, that's gross. They're strangely much heavier than I would expect bed sheets to be. Oh, we got that. We got more right there. Oh. Mighty Mouse. And still more. Oh, wow. I think they found every bit of insulation they could out of this thing. And that is just the beginning. Look down in there. That's insane. Oh, that's kind of cleaned out. We had to shovel out this part over here so that we could get to the gears, which is under here. So that big old spinny thing there is the gears. That's the landing gear motor, how it goes up and down. That's pretty neat, huh? We're gonna do it mechanically with a little red lever there. I don't wanna hook the battery up yet. Nothing is hooked up, and I don't wanna catch things on fire. Not yet, we'll save that for another day. Let's see if we can move it. Alrighty, boys and girls. Let's crank on this. And that should go that way. Ooh, that's good. So that should twist. Oh, it's getting hard to do. Okay. This is the first time the gears are coming up by themselves without unhooking it. Oop, what did I do? Done broke it. Oh, golly. Okay. Hoorah. All right, we gotta go check outside. That's good. That one's there, that one's there, that's good. Oh, the front. Okay. Let's deal with the front. Well, the front's broken. Okay. What's going on here? Okay, that's all right. What's going on over here? Yeah, okay. I think I just need to man up a little bit and get my crank on. Let's crank. Oh, golly. I don't know how you do this. Of course, I guess you wouldn't do a gear up manually. Oop, I don't like that noise. Yeah, it's really meant for a gear down, not gear up situation. But it's going. I need to help it again. Yeah, okay. Here we go. Stop. Stop that noise. Oh, it's a chain. That chain is all dried. Oh, yeah. Whew. Oh, yeah, going down, it goes down a lot easier than it goes up, doesn't it? Oh, that's what she said. Oh, yeah, 37 years of neglect and just sitting in a barn. Now we're cooking with peanut oil. Yes. Whew. Whew. Almost to this limit switch over here. And if we had a battery in it, we would go 3 green. Oh, almost. Oh, right there. Let's go check it, hopefully one last time. right, we are there. Yay! Gear is up and locked. That gear up and locked. And let's look at the front. The doors are open, that's fine. That's the little rods that were up there, connect to right here. We'll get those. Front is up and locked. Hey, that was awesome. Now, we can let it come down. That should be the easy part. Coming down. Should be able to crank this bad boy. Zoom. Look at that, coming down. Oh yeah. If you ever had an emergency gear extension, zoom. No problem. Oh, we're on the ground though, so we gotta check the tires. There. Whew. Yeah, that's my workout for the day. There we go. Now, let it roll in the front. Looking good. There it goes. Ka-ding! That one, down and locked. That one, down and locked. Down and locked. Yay! And that's how you do that. I'm gonna pass out. Can't tell if you can tell. Hands shaking, really tired. Whew. Honestly, that was a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be. It's just a one bolt. I guess that's good. You put a lot of trust in that one bolt, don't you? Woo. Now, we gotta yank all the hoses off. I gotta send those out so they can get remade for the engine, the fuel, the oil line, brake lines, stuff like that. And then I guess we can just start connecting stuff at the wing root. All these little pipes, cables, all this stuff right here. You just connect all that stuff up. Sweet. Oh, and one of the gas pumps out of the tip tanks. We got to take that off. See if we can get it working, because it wasn't working. Time for a drink first. Mountain Dew. That's what I'm talking about. Hoses and hoses. More flexible little ones. Yeah, boys, we're getting hosed. We got to replace all these because they're they're old hoses, really hard stiff, and they fuel line, all that stuff. We don't want it to leak, catch fire. And after so many years, these are supposed to get replaced anyway. We're going to be replacing them with the good type D hoses, which are going to have a fire sleeve on them, kind of like the orange color of my gloves. That way, we're done. We won't ever have to replace these again, ever, which, I mean, it's a super old airplane. And these hoses run about $100 a piece. So we count them up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then on the other side, another 5. And then the brake hoses, that's 10, 11, 12. And there's probably a couple of miscellaneous hoses that I'm not counting. We're going to be into these hoses about $1,500, give or take. Should take about a week to 2 weeks to get those back. In the meantime, we're going to be getting the rest of everything connected and hooked up and finding all the other little hardware, bolts, nuts, things like that we're going to need to order in and get in. Before I forget, we've got a tuna tank. And you ask, why are they called tuna tanks? Well, looks like a tuna. Fuel pump on this one. So the fuel pump on this one did not turn on. So we're gonna pull this one out, see if we can get it to go, if it's broken, what the deal is with it. Maybe you have to replace it, something. But let's yank this out and see if we can't get it to go. And like that, comes out of there. And now we're gonna take it apart the rest of the way and see what the deal is with that pump. We're gonna hit it with 12 volts on the wires just to make sure that goes. And maybe that was the issue. June 1971. Wowzers. This has been on there a while, I'd say. Here's a fun fact. The outside of these little batteries here gives us our voltage. 19.7. This is a 24 volt system, so that should be enough voltage to get that thing to turn anyways. Let's plug it in and see what we got. All right, here goes. See any sparkies? Woo! Oh, that is not one to do anything. All right, let's take it apart and see what we got. While I'm here, went ahead and checked the starters. I know that they work because they started the airplane, but just lubing all the gears up right here, bearings. It's got a little flip top back here. That's kind of cool. Same with the alternators, just getting those spinning nice again. The big thing is these fuel pumps right here. This one, which one? This one right here. This one looks pretty good. There's no wear on the gear right here, and it turns. And I do know that it was building fuel pressure because we started the engines and went right to the 10 psi where it was supposed to go. And the same with this one. Both engines did that. This one though, I did notice down here on the bottom, looks like he put a little bit of sealant right there. So this might actually have a fuel leak on that fitting. I'm gonna have to dig into that a little bit more and check that out. Alternators, starters, engine-driven fuel pumps are good to go. Time to hunt down those pressure carburetors. And what else do we got? Well, there's always a big list of stuff for this thing. But we're starting to get a few things checked off the list. Miracles of miracles. I just got off the phone with the prop shop, and the governors for Mighty Mouse, both of them checked A-OK, absolutely spot on. I'm shocked. 37 years of sitting in a barn on those engines, and they said they function just like they should be. They're good to go. Put them back on. Yes! That's like 5,000 bucks saved right there, which I was budgeting to get redone. So I don't need to do that, which it's probably just gonna get spent other places. Also, on another note from them, they checked the propeller out for the Sierra, the one we put the engine on and flew and not getting the RPM. They said, yeah, it checks out fine too. They don't know what's going on with that. Now I'm gonna go back, dig through the manual again. We're gonna check a couple of other things again, because that's pretty much everything there is. I don't know. We'll just have to play that one, figure that thing out. I don't know. But that's a great news, yes! Just maybe we can start to clean this thing up a little bit. What do you think? Oh, yeah. That's fantastic. Oh, was it really? Oh. Why do people do these? I don't get it, but it's a lot of fun. And now you are in this world.